Welcome back to the Citizen channel. We're all staying safe and well, and our World Cup update. A very busy one tonight. Yes, extra game because obviously the game's now changing from the next one we do to 3 and 7 p.m. There'll be a morning report rather than an evening report. So, yes, plenty to get into this one. So, we look back at all the games played up to Monday, the 28th of November 2022, which is day 9. And of course, match day 2 comes to an end. So please, if you are new to the channel, normally all City stuff, but this is the World Cup update with a blue tinge, with a blue tint, if you like. So sky blue tint, anyways. Plenty of sky blue tint tonight on this one. So please, if you are new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications, everything City, past, present, forever. It'd be great to have you on board. Spread the word. And if you get a chance, just press that little like button. Make an old City fan very, very happy. Right, let's get through this because there's lots to get through. On to Sunday's later kickoff, which you have to finish off with. On day 8, of course, was the Spain 1, Germany 1 at the Al Bayt Stadium. Gundogan, Rodri and Laporte all in action. And a Muller. Well, Germany's not Germany unless a Muller's playing, is it? So a Muller was playing as well. So that's pretty good. Both teams cancelled each other out more or less for the first 30 minutes. Torres, yes, old ex-City player Torres. I thought he breathed a sigh of relief when he missed a City, but fortunately it was offside in the build-up. 40 minutes, Rudiger, that thug that plays football, heads home for Germany, but he's offside. Poor lad. An interesting half, both teams' moments, and I think 0-0 was just about fair. Into the second half, 54 minutes, poor old Torres was subbed, not his greatest display. And on 62 minutes, his replacement, Morata, flicks it in for Spain from across. So a good substitution, and it's 1-0 to Spain. 69 minutes, German subs and Gundogan departs. The quietest game for Gundo. Wasn't very influential in this one. A couple of nice touches, but never really able to get a grip of the midfield, I don't think. Sane comes on, which was nice to see. I didn't recognise his new haircut. He gets a pre-assist as it ends up with Fulkrug to get a deserved equaliser. I think it was deserved anyway. I think Germany certainly deserved the 1-1, and that's what it remained at 1-1. XG philosophy, Spain was 0.70, Germany 1.24. So Germany were a little bit below what they should have been, and Spain performed a little bit better. So after that left us Spain on 4 points with a +7 goal difference, and Germany on 1 point with a -1. Good, if not pulsating game, but at least Germany's still in with a chance if you're a German fan out there. Laporte had a reasonable game. Rodri, one of his better games, making a good go at his centre-half role. Some good stats as well for Rodri. And he's certainly one of the better, as at that time, one of the better City player performances this tournament, although there will be someone who does a little bit better later on. On to Monday, the 28th of November, the 10 a.m. kickoff, the early kickoff. Group G, Cameroon 3, Serbia 3 at the Al Janoub Stadium. A win would be nice for either of these, but it wasn't to be, was it? And despite Mitrovic getting some rough treatment early on, he almost put Serbia ahead on 10 minutes, just striking the post. On 17 minutes, he missed a great chance though from a defensive area and should have really put Serbia ahead. Despite Serbia pressure from a corner, Cameroon took the lead on 29 minutes, a tap-in at the far post for Castelletta from a glancing header. A rearguard desperate at times defensive action from Cameroon, but a free kick in the first minute of added time. Pavlovic heads in superbly for a fairly reasonable, probably even 1-1. Still time for a second, and 2 minutes later, unbelievably, Cameroon don't accept a 1-1. They don't clear the lines, Cameroon, and Savic places a shot in the corner, and the keeper gets a hand to it but can't keep it out. So from being 1-0 ahead, Cameroon are now 2-1 down. And yeah, on the basis of that, it was fair enough because of that last couple of efforts. On 53 minutes, Serbia passed it all around the Cameroon box before Mitrovic slid it home. And it looked as though they could probably go on and win this, but it wasn't to be. 63 minutes, Cameroon are back in it after what appears an offside goal by Abu Bakr, is ruled okay then by VAR. Even he was surprised like the rest of us. 66 minutes, Abu Bakr breaks free again, shambolic from Serbia, and his cross is tapped in by Choupo-Moting on to make the game 3-3. Both teams did have other chances, but it ended 3-3. Not really what either side wanted, but not mathematically out of it either, so at least they've got something to play for. 1 point -1 goal difference for Cameroon and 1 point -2 goal difference for Serbia. So still a bit to play for, but they need other things to go right. XG, Cameroon 2.29, so they perform better. Serbia 2.14, so they perform better as well. The 1 p.m. kickoff was a Group H, South Korea 2, Ghana 3, Education City Stadium. Anthony Taylor was in charge. This, and commentator Jonathan Pearce called him one of the best in Europe. Clueless Jonathan Pearce, isn't he? Lively start to this career, just edging it, but never finding a way through until about 24 minutes when, surprisingly, it was Ghana who went ahead after a free kick wasn't cleared, and Salisu hit home the loose ball. Japan were definitely rattled, and Ghana enthused and excited, and no surprise they went in 2-0 ahead on 34 minutes. Another teasing cross headed home by Kudus. So it was 2-0 to Ghana at half-time. Yeah, I think if Japan sort of switched things around a little bit, and that's what they did. They started getting the crosses in and started actually getting ahead to the crosses. And so an exciting second half sprang to life as on 58 minutes, Korea get a goal back. A looping cross is headed in by Gu Sung, and less than the time it takes to boil an egg, Salisu heads in his and Korea's second from another great looping cross. It's 2-2. But it wasn't to be. On 68 minutes, Ghana get a second bite of the cherry. Williams misses a cross, but it's side-footed in by Kudus again for his second and Ghana's third. So it's 3-2 for Ghana. Korea tried. They tried the best, but they couldn't find a way through. And it was nice to see Anthony Taylor finishing on a high when he sent off the Korean manager. Quite rightly, actually, having a go as there was no time for a very late Korean corner. The time's up, mate. Just get on with it. So he didn't actually leave the pitch. He just spent the rest of the time just walking around, shaking hands, etc. So I think he should be banned for life now after that. South Korea 2, Ghana 3. Then it ended. XG philosophy. South Korea 2.36, so a little bit down, and Ghana performed a little bit better. They only had a 1.61 XG philosophy, so that meant Korea just on 1 point with -1, and Ghana moved to 3 points with a 0 goal difference. Right, on to the 4 p.m. kickoff. Brazil 1, Switzerland 0 in Stadium 974. Yes, Ederson was a sub. Hopefully now Brazil have got 6 points. We might get to see him in the last game. I think they're already qualified now, haven't they, with that win? Akanji started for Switzerland, a bit more on him in a moment. A great first half for Akanji, who had the job of keeping an eye on Richarlison and did a good job on him. The Swiss likewise were happy as they held Brazil to a 0-0, who were sort of workmanlike rather than dazzling, a bit like the last game they played, where they just sort of didn't liven up till after half-time. Into the second, Swiss had little penetration into the Brazil third. A pretty dull game so far, and both seemed okay with that. On 64 minutes, though, the Brazilians at last produced something, and Vinicius Jr. finishes well, but it's called back for offside. Not him, but Richarlison coming back from an offside position in the build-up. We've got a touch on it, so quite right. Jesus came on 73 minutes, and Brazil did get the goal, the winning goal, on 83 minutes when Casimiro's blasted past Akanji. I think it's slightly deflected, but I think the goalie was beat anyway and flew into the net. And Brazil held on pretty comfortably for the win. Shame for Akanji, had an excellent game. As I said, we had early on, one of the City players had a great game, but Akanji, Rodri, wasn't it? Rodri had a great game, but Akanji played very, very well and probably wins the City player man of the match as far as this day is concerned. And the XG philosophy, Brazil 1.28, it's a little bit down. Swiss just 0.39, so that probably summed them up, really. So Brazil now 6 points with a +3 goal difference. Switzerland 3 points with a 0 goal difference. And to the final game that we stayed up late to watch, Group H, Portugal against Uruguay. Yes, we've got the Lusail Stadium, this one. City interest, obviously, in this one. Diaz, Cancelo and Bernardo. A very unenterprising Uruguay. When they try, they're all right. But when they sit back and sort of physicals come into it, it doesn't worry me. I'm glad they could be on the way out. They've still got a chance, but I'm glad they could be on the way out. And it's no surprise as Portugal try and find a way through, but it's not difficult. Then on 33 minutes, typical Uruguay come closest. Diaz left for dead, but a good block and a save by the Portuguese keeper. So typical, really. They nearly nicked a goal. But half-time, 0-0. On 54 minutes, Portugal are deservedly ahead. Some unimportant bloke crossed it. I forgot his name. Some other unimportant bloke, Pinaldo, I think his goal, claimed the goal, but he didn't even get a hair on it. So obviously this other bloke that I can't remember what his name is, guys. Obviously, it was his goal. So it was 1-0 to Portugal. So Uruguay had to have a goal then, and they did. And then 75 minutes, they smacked the post through the substitute Gomez. And they did make the effort, and that's what annoys me about Uruguay. You know, they look quite good when they do make the effort. Diaz was booked for arguing about a penalty that wasn't given, and then the penalty was given. So obviously the ref's not going to rescind the booking, but a shame for Diaz, but it was quite right. And people debate whether it should have been a penalty or not, but it stopped the flow of the ball, didn't it, for the guy who, I forgot his name now. 4 Portugal players had to protect the penalty spot. That was quite funny. They're all stood round it because they were trying to scuff the penalty spot. It's a shame, isn't it? And the bloke who remains nameless got his second goal from the spot after doing a little country jig and a dance and a skip before he scored it. So it's 2-0. And then, shame on him. As I said, if I could remember his name, I would say his name. But on 99 minutes, he hit the post as well. He could have had a hat-trick, the poor bugger. But as I say, I might remember I'll probably remember his name when I've gone off air. Cancelo had a good game defensively, I think. Played one of his better games, that's for sure. Diaz, not a lot to do. He's probably a little bit, or he got turned inside out for the goal, but he was okay otherwise. The goal didn't count anyway, so it didn't matter, did it? But there you go. Bernardo, a good display from Bernardo as well. His usual Duracell bunny all over the pitch, Duracell Bernie all over the pitch. Portugal 2, Uruguay 0. XG, Portugal 1.36, so they overperformed. Uruguay 1.46, so yeah, they probably underperformed. 6 points for Portugal, qualified, +3 goal difference. And yeah, Uruguay going to have to do something against Ghana. They've only got 1 point -2. Right, on to Tuesday. Just a quick look forward. The final round of matches with a couple of predictions. Kick off at the same time, of course, now. So we've got 3 p.m. kickoffs in Group A. Ecuador versus Senegal, Khalifa International Stadium. Ecuador is second on 4 points, +2. Senegal are third on 3 points with a 0 goal difference. Then you've got Netherlands versus Qatar at the Al Bayt Stadium. Netherlands first, of course, 4 points, +2. And Qatar fourth on no points, -4. Yeah, and Qatar are the only team out, but a shot win over Netherlands will open it up, but very highly doubtful, even considering it's their last game, so a draw will do with Ecuador as well. My prediction, I think Netherlands will win. I think Netherlands will win their game, and a draw to send Ecuador through will do. So there you go. So Ecuador and Netherlands to go through. There's my prediction. Don't put any money on it though, guys. I wouldn't risk it. And the 7 p.m. kickoffs in Group B, we've got Iran versus the USA at the Alpha Mama Stadium. Iran second on 3 points, -2 goal difference. USA third 2 points, 0 goal difference, and of course later on we've got the embarrassment of Wales holding England to a draw, haven't we? At least Wales versus England at the Ahmed bin Ali Stadium. Wales are fourth with 1 point, -2 goal difference. England, of course, are first with 4 points, +4 goal difference. Only a heavy defeat, 4 or more, will stop England qualifying. Wales need a good victory to give them an outside chance. Iran possibly just need a draw. So my predictions, let me think. For me, England and Wales, a draw. Yeah, I have no faith in Mr. Southgate. I'm sure we'll probably win 6-0, or lose 6-0. Could be either way. And an Iran win. I'm going for an Iran win as well tomorrow against the USA. I think they're a pretty good team. We'll see. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your feelings. Let me know your predictions for the World Cup. And I will be back, of course, on Wednesday morning with the update for the Tuesday games. Thanks for watching. Please, until we meet again, that's one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.